Yeah, so let me take you to the screen again. Yeah, so 4.29, today's discussion, we'll do the 4.29 problem, we'll try to solve it. Okay, so 4.29 says, AB Limited provides you with the following information. Okay, the particulars is given and then he has given the amount column. There are two columns in this table. So first he has given the EBIT, earning before interest and tax, 3 lakhs, and interest he has given 12%, and 60,000 is the interest. We don't know how much is that debenture or the bond, whatever the debt instrument they used. That we'll find out later by dividing it. Then EBT we get 2,40,000. Then taxes 0.35, that is 35%, 84,000. Then EAT, earning after tax 1,79,400. Then he has given the number of equity shares 10 rupees each, and 40,000 is a value. That means how many equity shares?
How 4,000 equity shares.
Yeah, 4,000. How you got 4,000?
40,000 by 10, sir.
40,000 divided by 10. Correct.
10.
That is the number of equity share they have is 4,000. Then EPS. What is EPS? Earning per share. Earning per share is 2.9, 3.9. Then MPS. What is MPS? Okay, let me tell you. MPS is market price per share. Market price per share is 39. The face value is 10 rupees, but today's market price is 39 rupees. Clear? Any doubt regarding MPS? No? Kindly interact. Any one of you please interact.
No, sir.
Yeah. Then PE ratio, that is price earning ratio, is 10 times. Okay, let us go forward. The company has undistributed reserves of 6 lakhs. That means this is the general reserve what they have. Undistributed reserve is 6 lakhs and it needs 2 lakhs for expansion, which will earn the same rate as funds already employed. Okay, that means they'll get the same rate of return what they have employed with the fund. And now the target for us is, this is the target. What is the target for us? We need to raise 2 lakhs. Okay, for the expansion of the company. Then he says you are informed that debt and debt equity ratio, that is debt divided by debt plus equity ratio, if it is higher than 35%, will push the PE ratio down to 8. Now PE ratio is how much now presently? 10. Now if your debt and equity ratio, if it increase by 35%, anyway, we will calculate this after preparing the capital structure. If it comes 35%, then what happens? Your P ratio will come down to 8. And you'll raise the interest rate on the additional amount borrowed to 14%. Presently, they borrowed at what rate? Presently, they borrowed at the rate of 12%. Now, if they additionally, if they borrow this 2 lakhs by issuing debt instrument, they need to pay how much? 14%. They need to pay 14%. So they have to pay 2% extra. And then you are required to ascertain the probable price of the equity share. So we need to calculate what is the MPS. So what are the two conditions? One is if the amount raised by issuing equity shares at current MPS. If they are issuing this, they are raising by issuing equity share the worth of 2 lakh rupees. So what will be the share of the price? If they raise this, they have to calculate at the current market price, that is 39. Then second option, if the additional amount are raised by debt, that means the entire 2 lakhs are going to raise by debt instrument. Okay, so we have to calculate what will be the two options. So we need to calculate for these two options what will be the market price per share. Okay. So for that, what we need to calculate? First, we need to prepare the capital structure, including existing and the new capital structure, and then we need to calculate the debt equity ratio and check whether the debt equity ratio, what the ratio will be for both the option, for equity option and for debt option. If your equity option, if their debt equity ratio is 35%, less than 35%, then what happen? Your PE ratio will be 10 only. Okay, and the borrowed amount rate will be only 12. For the second option, if you are, when you are adding the new debt, if your the debt equity ratio increases or higher than 35%, then what happen? Our PE is going to fall down by two times. That is, PE will reduce to 8. And then your borrowed amount will you have to pay 14% interest rate. Okay. So before selecting, we have to decide based on the debt equity ratio. Got it? And after that, we'll come to know what will be the interest rate, what will be the number of equity share they're going to raise, and then we can prepare the income statement. The same like EBAT minus interest, then EBT minus tax, will get the earnings available to equity shareholders. Then we need to calculate EPS. Then we need to calculate P ratio. In a P ratio, directly will come to know either it will be 10 or 8. And then you multiply EPS into PE. When I multiply EPS into PE, I'll get the market price per share. That is what we have to calculate. Calculate the probable price of equity shares. Clear? Any doubt regarding the question? No? Gayatri, Pooja, nobody is talking. Chetan,
No, sir.
understood the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we need to first prepare the, so remember existing they have, how much equity they have? 40,000. That is 4,000 shares into 10 is 40,000. And how much is the debt they have? Debt is not given, but indirectly has given us the, from this we can calculate. We know the interest and we know the interest rate. So how do you calculate interest rate? The value into interest percentage. We'll get the interest amount. He has given reverse. He has given us interest rate and he has given interest he has given. So how will you calculate the debt amount? It's very simple. Let me tell you. Just take the interest amount. How much is the interest amount? That is 60,000 divided by 12%. Pardon?
60,000 into 100 by 12, sir.
No. 60,000 divided by 12. That is 12% means 0.12. You will get the debt amount. How much you're getting? Kindly calculate.
5 lakhs, sir.
Yeah, that is correct. Got it now? So I got 5 lakhs of debt. Equity I have 40,000. Okay. No, 40,000. How much is given? 40,000 and number of shares is 10. Okay. Number of equity share is 40 and number of shares is 10. So when you multiply, you will get the equity share capital. Okay. So let me share my screen now. The solution. So any doubt is there anytime, please let me know. So shall we start?
Yes, sir.
So first you have to prepare the capital structure because I need to know what is my total capital. I need to know what is my total number of shares, outstanding number of shares. Because if you want to calculate EPS, I know N also I need. Okay. So as I said earlier, what is the equity capital we have? He has given 40,000 shares and one share is 10. So please multiply how much you'll get.
4 lakh.
4 lakhs. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Next one is they have two options. One is option one, you can raise the entire 2 lakhs by issuing equity shares, or you can raise by additional funds by raised by 2 lakhs by debt. Okay, so I prepared two plans, plan A, plan B. Plan A will be 100% equity. Okay, plan A will be 100% equity, and plan B will be what? What? 100% debt. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So 100% equity, 100% debt. But for the existing, you have to write for the both the plan common, same you have to write. So this 4 lakhs of equity share is existing. Okay, so write 4 lakhs for both the plans. So we are preparing capital structure, keeping in mind both the capital structure, new and the old. Clear? So 4 lakhs you write. Now next, they need to raise 2 lakhs by issuing only equity share. That means how many shares they have to issue?
2,000, sir.
Pardon? How you
2
got that?
lakh, how much? Like
We have to
2
raise
lakh
now
they
2
need.
lakhs. They
Yes,
need to
sir.
raise 2 lakhs by issuing equity shares, and you are going to raise at current market price. Current market price is 39. So I gave you the hint now. How will you calculate?
2 lakh by 39, sir.
Very nice. Correct. How much you'll get? 2 lakhs by 39? 2 lakhs.
5,128.
Yeah, 2 lakhs divided by 39 rupees. You get 5 lakh 128. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So that you multiply again with 39, you'll get how much?
239.
2
You get
lakhs.
2 lakh only.
Yeah, 2 lakhs will get. Got it? And nil will be debt. Second plan, there is no equity, so it is nil. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, how much is the existing debt now? It is debenture. I just written debenture because there is no clue here. It may be debenture or it can be anything else. It can be bonds also. Okay, I just wrote debenture because it's a private company, cannot issue bonds. So I taken 12% debenture. Okay, so I know interest amount is 60,000. Interest rate is 12%. If I do a cross multiplication, I'll get the debt amount. So 60,000 divided by 0.12. Calculate. How much you'll get?
Five lakhs, sir.
Yeah, 60,000 divided by 0.125 lakh. And this is existing debt. So I'm writing common for both the columns. Clear? Next one, new one, they have to raise what? New one, they have to raise 2 lakhs. Okay. Entire amount by issuing debt. But for that, how to decide the percentage of interest? Should I issue at 12% or 14%? The condition what they given, if that debt equity ratio is higher than 35%, we'll have to issue the interest rate will be at 14%. If it is less than 35, it will be 12%. So for that, how to decide this? You should do the debt equity ratio formula to calculate. You need to prepare the debt equity ratio. So for plan A, it will be what? How much is debt? How much is equity? Debt plus equity. For plan A.
5.
Yeah. And okay, we'll do that once again. One more thing also we have to add. One is reserved fund. How much is reserves? 6 lakhs. Let us add reserve for both. Let us add reserve for both. Okay, and that will be nil for plan A. Only plan 2, we need to give how much? We need to raise 2 lakhs. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we need to raise 2 lakhs. Here we are raising 2 lakhs by issuing equity. Here we are raising 2 lakhs by issuing debt. So now calculate total capital. How much will be for both?
4, 5, Ammo.
How
So
much will
17 lakhs for plan A,
okay?
17 lakhs for plan B, sir.
Plan B is also 17 lakhs. Now tell me the N number of equity share for plan A. That is 40,000 plus 5,182. How much you'll get? 40,000 plus 5,180, 128.
5,128, sir.
No, you have to add 40,000 existing shares and new shares
Yes.
5,128. How much you'll get?
Even 45,128, sir.
45,000.
Yeah, 45,128 is correct.
128.
And for plan B,
Sir, only 40,000, sir.
only 40,000 is correct because there is no any additional equity shares here, but only old they have, old is 40,000, correct?
Yes, sir.
So now let us prepare the debt equity ratio and we will decide this percentage. Anyway, this percentage there is no need for now for capital structure. We need this for income statement. So we will calculate the debt equity ratio for plan A and B. So how will you calculate for plan A? That is debt divided by total capital. Debt equity means total capital. Okay. Debt divided by debt plus equity. So debt is how much for plan A? 5 lakhs. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And debt plus equity is total is 17 lakhs total. Return earnings also is what? Return earnings nothing but it is your capital only because the equity capital only which they are supposed to issue as the what is that issue as undistributed reserve. That means they are supposed to give us dividend. They have reserved it. Okay. So we need to add that also. So total will be 17 lakh. So we will be calculating 5 lakhs divided by 17 lakhs. And here it will be how much debt?
7 lakhs.
7 lakhs. 7 lakhs divided by 17 lakhs.
17 lakhs.
So please calculate.
So it is 0.294.
Uh,
0.411.
0.411. So multiply by 100, you'll get 29.41 and 41.18. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now you see plan A. Anyways, plan A we're not issuing any debenture. But plan B, you see how much is the P debt equity ratio? Is it more than 35 or not?
Yes, sir. It is more than 35.
Yeah. Why no boys interacting? Any no boys are there? Huh? One more person I want to interact. Only Gayatri is interacting. Sandesh, Chetan, Robin, anybody else? Nobody is there. Dikshit. No. Abhishek. Karthik. Okay. So now we got for plea B, we got debt equity ratio 41.18. That is obviously it is more than 35%. Then how much should be your debt instrument interest rate? 12 or 14?
14, sir.
Yeah. because it says here, if your debt equity ratio is higher than 35%, it will push down your P ratio to 8, and the raise in the interest rate on additional amount borrowed is this is 2 lakhs will be 14%. So now we got for our B, we got 41.18. So we need to charge 14% interest. We need to pay 14% interest for 2 lakhs, whatever we are borrowing. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
That is why I wrote here 14% debenture. Got it? And then he has given PE. How much he has given PE?
10.
How much will you write for first one and second one?
The first one 10 and second one 8.
Yeah. First one is 10, second one is 8, because here the PE is less than 35 and there it is more than 35. Okay, so it is 10 and 8. Clear? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Next he says you'll be getting the EBIT. You have to calculate the new EBIT now. How to calculate new EBIT? That is the income. What he says, it needs 2 lakh for expansion, which will earn the same rate as a fund already employed. The rate of return will be same, whatever they got when they were employing the earlier capital. The earlier capital, what was that? 4 plus 5 plus 6. How much is that? How much is earlier capital? Let us calculate.
15.
Yeah.
15 lakhs.
How much is earlier capital? 4 lakhs was equity, 5 lakhs was debt, and 6 lakhs was the reserved fund. The total debt equity, total capital was earlier how much? 15 lakhs.
15 lakh.
On 15 lakhs, whatever the return they got, now he says you will get the same return. So how to calculate now? It's very simple. We need to calculate the return on capital employed. Return on capital employed. So what is the formula to calculate? You have to calculate old EBIT divided by old capital employed. Very simple. Old EBIT divided by old capital employed. So how much is old EBIT? Three lakhs. Correct? Why nobody is interacting?
Yes, sir. 3 lakhs.
What about others? Any issue is going on?
No, sir.
All have become tired of writing midterm exam. Okay. So 3 lakhs is EBIT, old EBIT divided by old capital employed. You already calculated now. Old capital employed is 15 lakhs. So write the 15 lakhs. So now you divide, how much you'll get? Divide and multiply by 100. Calculate.
$20, sir.
20%. Yeah. 0.25, 0.2 you'll get, multiply by 100 you'll get. Okay, 20%. Got it? That means the whatever the fund you are using now, you'll be getting 20% on the capital. Now how much is the total capital now? 17 lakhs. On this 17 lakhs, you'll get 20% return. That will be your EBIT, earning before interest and tax. Clear? So now let us prepare the income statement. Let us calculate how to calculate the new EBIT. As I said, take the total capital and multiply it by 20%. How much you'll get?
3,40,000.
3,40,000. Correct. Got it? So now you take the same EBIT for both the plan and then you start calculating the income statement, and then we have to calculate the market price per share. So substitute now in the format EBIT 3,40,000. Clear? Any doubt?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. Now you have to deduct what? From EBIT you have to minus interest. So now we have two interests. One is old debt and the new debt. Old debt is 5 lakhs into 12%. This is for both. It will be common for both. And 2 lakh 14% is only for plan B. So calculate now.
60,000, sir.
60,000, correct. Now calculate for B.
28,000.
28,000.
28,000 is correct. Calculate EBT.
Two lakh 80,000.
Okay. Plan B.
2,52,000.
Okay. Let me see my answers. 2,80,000 for plan A. 2,52,000 for plan B. You also got same?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then we are in the same line. Correct. Now we have to minus what? Tax. So calculate tax for 2,80,000 into 35 percentage and 2,52,000 into 35 percentage.
So for plan B, it is 88,200.
Yeah. And calculate for both.
98,000 and 88,200, sir.
98 and 88,200. Correct. Now calculate EAT.
One lakh 82,000 for plan A, sir.
Ah,
1,63,800 for plan B, sir.
okay. Correct. So we got what? We got earning after tax. Okay. Earnings available to equity shareholders is 1,82,000 for plan A and 1,63,800 for plan B. Now can we calculate EPS? Earning per share?
Yes,
How will you
sir.
calculate? Earnings divided by N, number of equity shares. So how much is there now? Write down. So earnings for A is 1,82,000 and N is how much? 45,120.
45,120.
And for B is 40,000. So calculate now. How much
So
will get EPS?
4.03.
4.03 correct for A. Calculate
4.09.
4.09.
9 or 10.
How much you got? Next number. Yeah, 9. No,
9.5, sir.
9.5. So I taken 10. Okay. Clear till now? Earning per share.
Yes, sir.
Now you can. Now what will be your PE? Will be rating. Same. Anyway, write the same thing because we know if it is 35 less than 35%, P is 10. Debt equity ratio. If it is more than 35%, it will be 8. So same I written here. Next we have to calculate market price per share. This is what he is asking us to calculate or determine. So how to calculate market per share? See here the formula written here. It is EPS into PE ratio. I got EPS, I got PE, multiply, you'll get the MPS. So please do now.
40.3, sir.
So 0.0 multiply by this. First one how much?
40.3.
40.3.
40.3.
Yeah, it is in rupees. It will be in rupees. Market price share will be 40 rupees 33 paise. Calculate for
32. 32.8, sir.
32.27, yeah, 32.78, 76, you can does 8 also, no problem. So your market price per share will be 32.78. How much was earlier?
39, sir.
Earlier the market price was how much? 39.
39.
Okay, now you just check. So for A, what happened? The market price increased or decreased?
Increased.
Increased. And second one,
Decreased.
it decreased. Okay. So what will be your, which one you are going to select? Which company, which option is better? A or B?
A, sir.
A, why?
Market price is higher than B.
Yeah. So here our determining factor will be the market price. You have to see the market price, and whichever is giving highest market price, that should be your capital structure plan. You have to select that plan. You have to select. So as Gayatri said is correct. So plan A offers more value to the firm since market price per share is higher than plan B. Got it?